Welcome to War India News Hour. Can we express gratitude for the saviors with honor? Gods on earth, as we call them, has never been so true as in the last 17 months. The National Doctors' Day has just gone past us on the 1st of July. It has been by far the worst year in the history of medical practitioners in living human memory, where they literally became the saviors of mankind. They enabled us to see the proverbial light at the end of the tunnel. They have not been trained for a battlefield, but what they have to face has been worse than the battlefield and continues to this day in some theatres of Corona war. Frontline warriors, we call them, but can we even imagine living in such terrifying conditions even for a day? In a country where wearing a mask seems to be curtailing fundamental rights, they have been struggling with viruses to save others infected. Realizing fully well that they are as prone to infection as any other human being, they endlessly stood as the sentinel of humanity when all others had failed. Initially, even the numbers of doctors infected and dying out of this deadly disease was not known. If we try to remember, you would have read this news item, Mob denies burial to Chennai doctor after COVID-19 death. Many ask if clapping hands is enough. The news is dated 21st of April 2020 and the doctor was Dr. Simon Hercules. A society which cannot respect its saviors even in death, one falls short of words to describe both the tragedy and the world. Still, the doctors remained committed to the society they were mandated to serve. Their commitment to their job was way beyond the Hippocratic oath they took at the time of their entry into the medical profession. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Lessons to learn from the Kaseya supply chain attacks. A ransomware attack on Kaseya appears to have infected hundreds of smaller sized businesses that rely on the company's product, including many based in the US. Kaseya sells managed service providers, that is MSPs, companies that provide remote IT services to hundreds of smaller sized businesses. Kaseya disclosed that it had been the victim of a potential attack, implying that hackers were somehow targeting users of its VSA on-premises product. Customers should shut down VSA immediately, and alert reads. Google to introduce HTTPS only mode to Chrome. This April, Google had released an update for its Chrome web browser that fixes a range of security flaws, including a zero-day vulnerability that is known to be actively exploited by malicious actors. The bugs affected the Windows, Mac OS, and Linux versions of the popular browser. It now introduces HTTPS only, will actively warn you when a connection to a site is not secure. This feature will actively warn you when visiting a site with an unsecured connection. Mindtree completes acquisition of the NXT digital business of L&T. In the month of May this year, Mindtree had announced it will acquire the NXT digital business from Larsen & Toubro, that is L&T, for rupees 198 crores, a move that will enable the mid-sized IT firm to capture opportunities in the Internet of Things and Industry 4.0 space. The sources said L&T is also the promoter or holding company of Mindtree with a 61.3% stake in the Bengaluru-based company. A 21-year-old from Gujarat's Ahmedabad cheated around 25,000 people. A 21-year-old from Gujarat's Ahmedabad cheated around 25,000 people from 40 countries of rupees 5 crores. The Ahmedabad Crime Branch Cyber Cell caught the crook, who is just class 12 pass out and has targeted more than 25,000 foreign nationals nearly from 40 countries like UK, Japan, US and France to shop for goods which he resold. He was introduced to the dark web by a Pakistani he met on Facebook. StanChart names Anshu Sharma Raja as the CIO for retail banking. Standard Chartered has appointed Anshu Sharma Raja as Chief Information Officer, Consumer Private and Business Banking, that is CPBB. Raja joined the bank in 2018 as Managing Director, Global Head for Retail Banking Technology and Head of Global Business Services and Technology and Innovation Centers based in Bengaluru, India. She previously worked for Vodafone, AIG, Goldman Sachs and consulted with investment banks for technology solutions. That's it for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. Stay tuned. Thank you.